Okay. Hi, James.
Hello.
Hi. Well, start out with an easy question, I think.
Sure.
The first album you bought?
The first album I bought was well, there were some dodgy kind of compilations, maybe like the Now compilation. I don't know if you have that in here in Holland, but some really rubbish stuff. I guess the first one I'm willing to talk about is Guns N' Roses, Use Your Illusion 1. I was a little bit late to the party, you know, I missed out on Appetite for Destruction, so when Use Your Illusion came round I was primed and ready, and I remember getting that in cassette tape on holiday in Bulgaria when I was a kid, and I guess coming from the west coast of Scotland, these guys from the west coast of America with their big hair and their leather trousers and things, they were kind of wild guys and wild music, and it was just something very unlike what we'd grown up with to that point, and it just made music really exciting again, and we kind of had some new heroes to be at their altar.
And certain songs that you still remember?
Yeah, I mean, I guess that Como, you know, is probably one of my favourite. I think just really extreme song, you know, I guess in so many different ways. Such a long song, a great one to put on at the jukebox if you're going to your local pub. You can definitely get your money's worth.
Yeah, that's true. Well, when did you pick up an instrument yourself?
I guess a little after that, maybe sort of 14, 15. Ben and Simon had been playing a little bit at school, and you know there was always guitars around the house. Our father played guitar, so there were always guitars around, and we would strum. But maybe it wasn't until about 15 years old that we actually kind of played together, and just started to play some obscure B-sides and things like that, and just really trying to have fun. You know, we lived in fairly small towns where there wasn't really a lot to do, so. You know, I guess getting in the garage and making a lot of noise and trying to piss off our parents was really exciting at that point.
Was there a certain thing that happened that, well, made you pick up the bass? Was it?
I think just that the want to be part of a gang, I suppose, have that slight feeling of us against the world, and really just having fun. It wasn't about we wanted to become big stars or at that stage, it wasn't anything more than just having fun. Yeah. You know, we didn't have any kind of big ambitions, or we didn't know we didn't know that we were going to make music for like a job or for whatever it is you call what we're doing now. Mm-hmm. But no, just really kind of innocently wanting to have fun and piss off our parents.
Were Simon and Ben were they more into music back then?
Yeah, I think that's probably fair. They were more determined that they were going to play. You know, since Ben was around about 12, he wanted to play drums so badly, and he had like a little practice pad and things like that. And then I guess he got a drum kit maybe when he was 13 or 14. Simon had played violins from a very early age and started to really be attracted to the guitar at probably 13, 14. So yeah, they were just a little bit ahead of me at that point, and they were like, "Come on, grab the bass," and so I did, and I guess we just started playing and having fun.
Okay. Well then, fast forward now to a new album. It has been released a few months ago. Opposites. Do you know? Were you involved in the writing of the new single called Opposite?
Not so much. I guess you know, Simon's a songwriter of the band, and he always writes at home and brings in some ideas. Sometimes they're more or less complete songs. Sometimes it's a bit less than that, maybe sort of half an idea or something. But usually a good idea of where he wants to go. The song Opposite was a little different than some of the things we've done in the past, I guess. I suppose in recent records we've been not so afraid to have softer, quieter moments and more heartfelt moments, and I think round about our fourth album was really when the lyrics started to place more importance and more attention on the lyrics. So kind of
How come?
I guess on the record Puzzle, Simon was singing about some very personal moments, and, and I think in order for the lyrics to breathe and to become the centrepiece of the song, really, then the music felt better to have it a little bit more, a bit simpler, I guess you could say, and not so many crazy ideas trying to jostle for attention all the time, and we just got a little bit happier with kind of sitting on a groove and leaving a little bit of space, I guess.
And why is this song then even more special? Oh, I mean, different? This new song, Opposite?
Yeah, I think again, just the kind of the swing of it, the feel of it's a little bit different from us. Maybe 10 years ago, if you'd asked us, if we play a song like that, at that time, you know, we were trying to cram so many ideas into songs, so it was a little bit different. But one of the fun things about being in a band is trying new things, and try not to repeat yourself too much if that is at all possible.
Yeah. During the recording of this album, well, your brother, he quit alcohol. Was it a big of a problem the last few years?
It didn't really agree with him, to be honest. Drinking alcohol, it wasn't really the best thing for him, you know, as indeed it is for a lot of people. A lot of people, you know, drink alcohol because everybody else is, and it makes them a little crazy or something like that. And yeah, I think it was just time for him to move on to a different period in his life, and he did that. He's done that really well. We're all very proud of him for making that decision. You know, it's easy just to bundle along in life and not really think about your actions and what you're doing. But so yeah, that wasn't the easiest time that the band's ever had, but we definitely learned a lot from it. We definitely learned that we care about each other and that we've got to be there for each other. And that we really want to do this. You know, we've wanted to do the band since we were kids, and you know, we're not going to let anything sort of get in the road in that, any problems that we have, you know.
How does it feel? Because you are three-piece, two twin brothers, and then Simon. Maybe a strange question, but do you feel more close to Ben, or because you are twins? How is the dynamics within the band?
It's difficult sometimes to put into words the dynamic of something like that. Even if Ben and I weren't twins, you know, it's difficult to sum up the relationship of people. The short answer to that question is that we've never been in any other band. You know, this is all that we know, so we couldn't really compare it. You know, sometimes you think about a band like Arcade Fire. It must be difficult to get all those guys thinking in the same way about the same thing. So I think being that there's only three of us allows us to forge ahead with a kind of single mindset sometimes, and it makes things that little bit simpler. But yeah, it's difficult to talk about the intricacies because it's all we know. You know, we don't know any different, and I guess that's what makes it fun.
Okay. Thank you
very much.
Thank you. Yeah.